And we're back. It's Mayfair Monday, y'all. It is Mayfair Mondays. Welcome to everybody in the chat. If it's your first time here, we are happy to have you. If you have been here with us this long, we are happy to have you. Y'all, the show just keeps on chugging along, but we are committed to finishing this out. And when I say we, I don't mean just myself. I mean Ashley with the sweet perspective, and C, the superior. C, I ain't even got no slide for it. What were your overall thoughts of this episode?
I was glad to get a little change of scenery a little bit. You know, we're out and about. We're international this episode. So there's that. There's that.
I just love how we try to find peaks. I mean, yeah, it was nice to go over there to Scotland and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Ashley, I think you're froze. Maybe Ashley's gonna go back out and come back in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was I thought the previous episode was the worst episode that we've had so far. It wasn't. It was this one.
Really?
Yeah. Just when I feel like, the Victrola episode, I thought like, oh, this was the worst episode thus far for me. I just thought it was so terrible. Ashley, overall thoughts?
Awful. Dreadful, dumb, stupid, reckless, like pointless. Honestly, I was excited. I really do my best to go into every single episode with hope and anticipation. I try to start it like a new day. You know what I mean? Just like how dumb Rowan is. Like I try to start it with that level of naivete. You know what I mean? I try to go into it with that, and every single time they disappoint me. I told y'all we were going to see dry humps between she and Lark over there. I told her she was going to go in like she ran something, not knowing Ian is the big dog girl. You don't run anything here. Like nothing. All of the entitlement, all of the stupidity just in Scotland. So again, still stupid, just now we're in Scotland being stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I am. Y'all hold on a second.
I missed it because my internet went out. See, was yours amazing? Like, did you love it? Did you love this episode?
So I thought it was an improvement on last episode. I wasn't feeling the Victrola like that. I was excited to get out the house and, get to Scotland and see a little bit more of our, Scotland cousins over there. They kind of let me down though, the Scotland cousins. I was hoping for a little bit more magic over there across the pond, but it seemed like they aren't really using their magic to its full potential there either. I don't understand that part of it.
I think we got a little bit like that'll help move the story along, but I just think if we're gonna do this huge transition as far as locale, I think you have to use the most of it, the most of it. And when I was watching the after show, the showrunner, of course, was like, "Yeah, we're actually in Ireland, but it's supposed to represent Scotland, and we wanted to get into just the dancing and we wanted it to be so authentic, and it just didn't give that for me." It didn't.
You're not talking about that heifer, right?
What you said?
I said y'all not talking about that heifer, right? The heifer, the showrunner.
Yes, I am.
Yes, we are.
Don't talk about the heifer. I'm thankful for something though. Welcome, Darnell. Welcome to The Struggle is Real, Darnell. Absolutely happy to have you. Hopefully you have as good of a time as everybody else does. Once again, if you guys are just getting in here, please hit that like button. especially if you are one of those viewers who are just strictly here to support us and you don't even watch the show. We love that, and we love you guys so much. But getting right into it, let's dive in. There's no like order here. I wanted to start here because
Okay.
with everything, this was probably the main thing that I was most kind of anticipating. We don't get a lot here. I was like, ooh, I wonder what they're gonna do with Cyprien. The torture chamber of it all. Like, are they gonna interrogate him? Like, whose foot is gonna be on Cyprien's neck trying to get answers for an Albright who's already dead?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's. All the coming in, all ominous, catching him by the fire and questioning him, putting the cuffs on, and for what? For whatever reason, Cyprien tries to stand up right here. I was like, "Are you standing up, Cyprien?" Cyprien said, I was never the carpenter. I was always the hammer, and I'm tired of y'all using me like a tool. I'm leaving here tonight if y'all don't tell me everything as well as make me, the head of Talamasca in New Orleans. I need that department. I need that title. And this lady entertains him like, hey, I can't do it all overnight, but maybe we can talk. My issue is, what do we need Cyprien for of all things? That would be so important. I'm sorry, like Cyprien doesn't give, it is vital that we have Cyprien here. He doesn't know anything about old Al. He can't help, like, what is he gonna do? I'm sure out of all the Talamasca and the departments, there's somebody else who can touch stuff or somebody. What is he gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, were you here for him trying to stand up? And what did you think about the dramatics of it all for us to get here and for her to just go take the cuffs off?
Anticlimactic. And for what? So here's the thing with Cyprien. I've been wanting him to have agency and to have autonomy in this space and to really be working at something for himself. So I was like, okay, like let's just see what's cooking. But for me with Sip's character, it's too little too late. I don't believe him. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's doing this for him. Even when he's talking about, I thought the Talamasca saved me, but really, it's this. And so how terrible the Talamasca is, but now I want to run New Orleans, honestly, because I want to get back in with Rowan and the Mayfairs. I still feel like his singular motive is to be a Captain Save-A-Ho, and I'm just honestly not here for it. I'm over it. I don't know what he's going to do different. Maybe he'll be touching more things when he gets down to New Orleans, but we haven't seen him in the capacity of a real leader. He's always been stepping and fetching it for somebody else, Albrecht, the other people. And if he does follow their orders, right, he's going to be in their pocket if they grant him this position. So it didn't work for me. It didn't quite land because he's still going to be working for the man. At the end of the day, he's still not going to have agency or a plan of his own to do anything except get back entangled with the Mayfairs. And I'm so annoyed and over it.
See?
I really enjoyed this scene, actually. Like, I was here for Cyprien kind of, standing on business. He was like, look, take these cuff offs for me for one, take it off. And for two, give me a raise. Be like, y'all know I'm here doing something. Even though you and I know he ain't doing nothing, but they don't know what he doing over there in where he at Amsterdam. So I'm glad that he kind of spoke up for himself. I'm glad that he kind of realized that he does have like this, kind of brainwashedness for since a child when it comes to the Talamasca. And honestly, when I saw the little after portion of this actor, he was talking on the after show, I was like, I knew this man was sexy. So I had to look him up because I said he got a little accent or something when he's talking, when he's out of character. So apparently, y'all, he's from Zimbabwe. And he's looking good. So I'm always here for a little bit more Cyprien in his scenes. Oh yeah.
Oh, the whole show has been a missed opportunity for this actor. No, we never said he wasn't attractive, especially when we got Lasher. We never Lasher and Lark. Nothing. A bunch of nothingness. Okay, this could have been a prime opportunity for some steam heat and a fine black specimen. We wasted this man and everything that he could have been because they got him over here being a step and fetch it. We don't like it. My issue is like, don't be so trusting. Stop it. Like, always have your guard up. Always have a plan B. Have autonomy over the situation in any possible way that you can. So unlike before in New Orleans, nobody can take advantage of you. I just never see Cyprien doing that, but at least he recognized, you know what, I'm just a hammer. Okay, now what?
Mm-hmm.
But moving on. Because I had to put something in here because I was like, yeah, this one, that. We're going to go to Scotland a couple of times. We're going to go over there a couple of times. Now, we got two good premiere Scottish films. You know, we got Braveheart over here, Freedom with Mel Gibson. And we got Highlander. Every time, Ashley get a free moment, she be speaking so highly of Highlander. So I want to know, Ashley, if you have to pick between the two, where are you going?
I'm over there with Braveheart. I'm over there. I'm over there with Mel, and I know he's problematic. I know it. I know it. And as much as I love Highlander, Braveheart hit totally different for me. I was like, let go. So I'm over there with Braveheart.
I thought you was finna try to play in my face and go over there with that Highlander and Sean Connery. Okay, I thought because I'm going over there with Mel every time. Like, well, we're not gonna do the repertoire on Mel's filmography is just slept on.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible, and he's a great actor here. This is where he shines. These are the roles where he sticks out the most. When you think of him and you're not thinking of the distasteful stuff, you're going over here with the Bravehearts of the world. I'm definitely going with Braveheart. See, have you seen the both of these?
I have seen Braveheart. I have not read Highlander, but I know the author Cameron Moaning. She has another series, Dark Fever series. Fantastic, fantastic. So if Highlander's anything like that, I might, have to add a point to Highlander. But being that I never seen the movie, I'm going to go with Braveheart.
Okay.
Braveheart.
Over there. Don't play with Mel. That's like
Right.
an iconic like freedom. Like, oh, that's over there with stuff like Gladiator. It was just a time to be alive back then.
Didn't they have another movie? It was like Dragonheart or something came out around that same time. Or
They
am
had
I true?
all of them. We were fighting. Everybody had a sword, a skirt, and a shield, and flames were coming from somewhere back then, and it was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
We were deep into the male gaze, and I was having fun over there with the action of it all.
Same.
I'm going to save my sisters. You don't got to worry about it, okay? JoJo and them, they're gonna be all right. Like, well, we getting calls that the house is falling apart. It's about to just collapse on itself. If it does that, what does that mean for those two? How are we gonna say, oh, please relax. It's me. I'm Rowan. We're going to
Mm.
Scotland. I got this in the bag. Of course she doesn't, and it's yet another crash dummy mission. See, I'm gonna come to you first.
Ah,
As
uh,
we were getting there and we were on the ship, did you at all think that Rowan had a real plan or that she would be a little bit successful in this journey?
Not at all, because Rowan, if we all can recall, she literally just found out she had powers for real, like a couple months ago. Like, I don't even know how time works in this series. I know that Lasher's about a week and a half old, and I know that she just got to New Orleans maybe about a month ago. So she's been aware of her power for maybe 2 months at this point, and she think that she gonna come over there with these witches who've been witches for generations and going to do what, Rowan? Do what? She makes me so mad. And the fact that she's angling it as, oh, I just need to save my sisters. Like she ain't really trying to get a Lasher and give him that coup one more time. Like, we know the game. Like, Rowan, come on now. You're not fooling anybody. But
It's
this is all generated for the show. The book don't even got Rowan in it for real. At least the first half of it. So I'm
I
like,
wonder. Well, why did they make her the core? Like, why? Whose choice was that? The showrunner?
you know who choice it was.
You know who it was.
It's just the lack of urgency to me. She's always so together,
Mhm.
as if everything's gonna work out fine because she's in charge. Like, who are you, Rowan? You do not just this. She just gets on my nerves. I really don't like her.
Mhm.
Ashley, were we gonna at least be a little bit successful? Where's the plan? Where's the urgency to get these sisters out of here?
This is where that delusion and entitlement comes in. Rowan is not, and the way that they've built this character. I don't know if it's the acting. I don't know if it's how she's written. I don't know, but it's just so terrible, girl. You are going over here with these ancients, and you just think that you're gonna go in, run roughshod, and get what you need. I just need a vial of Lasher's blood, and then I'll just get out of here. Like, ma'am, do you really
Mhm.
think that's gonna happen? Not only are you supposed to be this high, powerful 13th witch who doesn't have any powers currently, unless you're up under Lasher, they don't owe you a thing. You learn as soon as you get there that everything that's been done up until this point is for the Scotland family. It has nothing to do with the American Mayfairs. And in my mind, that would put me in a position like, oh, I'm expendable. Like I may not be as important as I think I am. I really just want her to have a reality check. I hope they lock her down in that basement. I hope
Yeah.
they do some kind of torture and call her back to reality because girl, please. And then second of all, I agree with you totally, see. She is going there to deal with Lasher. Where's my son? Girl, go straight directly to hell. That's not, you're not there about them damn sisters. It was never, they could stay in the void. What is it called? In the
The thrall.
raw forever for all you care. They'd whisper to you and sing to you in your sleep, Rowan, and you wouldn't give a damn. You'd invite Lark in the bed to listen. I can't stand Rowan. It's not about anybody else but her. She's so it's just it's terrible. I can't stand the character
It's
or the
sad.
actress for that matter.
It's hard to watch somebody think that they like truly have the courage of their convictions and it doesn't give that. I hate the writing on this show. It feels like delayed, lacking 6 years ago girl boss. I'm never wrong, always right. I'm gonna get it done because I'm Rowan and don't question me. I'm superior. Like, but you suck. This character sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on. Okay. What was this for? You know, when your car breaks down and you're in a foreign place, what do? In the middle of town, you just go and you split up. For what? All of a sudden, Mara is instantly missing. She's lost. We can't find her. And we spend a bulk of this episode now, not only trying to get to where we need to be, but now we're on a mission to find her and tell me where she is. I know you guys know. It's like we know enough to know that we get here, there's no reservation, the car is breaking down, all of these things are currently falling into place conveniently so we can wind up here at this family Ireland castle and be in the grips of whatever they have going on. And yet and still, we still just go with the flow. We still just go. And I was like, this is not smart. Like, why? I just don't have anything for this. I really didn't care. It would be a happy day if like an atomic situation happened and everybody just died. Like all these people just go. Like they're just, ugh. It's just a waste of a TV show. It's a waste of space, a waste of location. When I seen the little backstory, the little heifer speaking, the showrunner, it's just like, oh, it was nice to go to. Y'all actually went to Scotland. Y'all wasted going to Scotland for this. You went to Scotland.
Well, they went to Ireland because I guess they had a budget for Scotland.
Ireland, yes, Ireland. Still, you went somewhere for this. Are you kidding me? Like this was awful. And then with the town, I saw it as soon as we got there. I was like, oh, we're trying to invoke all that good folklore, those tendencies of horror, especially the movies that we get now. Like, oh, y'all not finna midsummer this situation. This is awful. It's awful. Actually, it was. Did you care about Mara being missing?
No, but how are you missing? And you was the heifer with the map. You were the one navigating. Like, how are you lost, Moira? Like, it literally makes no sense. Someone's absconded with Moira because it absolutely made no sense. I just could give a damn. And when I went to the town, it gave very inauthentic to me. It didn't give the vibes of anything I've seen that's Celtic or like Irish or Scottish. Like, it didn't give that. They were dancing very oddly, not like I've seen the river dance. And it just looked weird. I don't know. It the way they're interacting and building this story is just so ignorant to me. Like even when the tire blows on the side of the road and she's like, this is Julian. This is Julian. And then this is the time that Courtland decides to break down. Yeah, because everything that happened, is all for this family. I better go see my brother and figure everything out. If at this point Rowan, Moira don't understand the fact that they can't trust Courtland still, I don't know what to tell them. You get what you deserve at this point. And Moira is the biggest disappointment of the season so far for me. When she came in, I had such high hopes for her. I just knew she was going to be that girl. We're driving through the countryside. I said, I know she's reading minds. I know she's getting tea. And we're going to be able to accomplish whatever mission because Moira's here. Absolutely not. An utter and complete disappointment for me.
No, I told you they was gonna dumb her down so she could stand next to Rowan. See, did you care that she was missing or for this mission to seek her out?
Okay, so after watch, because I watched the episode twice, I'm like, okay, she's not just missing. She was kind of lured somewhere by that Volturi member in the red cape. They take her to that bar that kind of looks like Julian's Victrola. So I was like, okay, maybe she's under some sort of mystical, magical Scottish spell that she can't like get out of. I don't know. But what made me the most mad was again the show not sticking to its own lore, because when they get in the crowd at the festival and Rowan's asking her, oh, yeah, can you read anyone's mind? She's like, yeah, there's nothing. They're not thinking about nothing. Like, I thought you couldn't read minds if there's music around, Myra. Like, they got music at the festival. Be like, what's going on? It doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. Um, I don't know what's going to happen with her character. I know she's very different in the books. But yeah, her just going, them doing that whole split up thing didn't make sense to me as well. Like, why are you splitting up? You don't know where you are. You're stranded. But anyway.
It's awful. It's like, no, let's just go. Like, shouldn't we wait for some rolls set? No, let's just go into town. Just leave all of our bags. Oh, like, let's
Right.
leave it here. It'll be here when we come back. It's fine. Let's just go into town. I was
No
like,
clothes,
what?
no nothing.
It was awful. I was like, this is terrible. I really wish she was a smart one. Now, got our big Scotland fave here in the center, Brave. Then we have
Okay.
Tangled. We have Frozen. This is a Disney affair. See, you only get to pick one. Which one are you picking?
This is easy for me because I saw this in the movie theaters. Tangled, that's my movie. I love that movie. Easy peasy.
I was like, Tangled.
Right. That's the one.
Ashley, I don't know if you're a Disney girl, but
Oh, girl.
if you have seen all three of these, which one? Because you can only pick one. The other ones you can never watch them again.
Oh, that's fine. I'm gonna brush my hair. It is
Mm-hmm.
tangled for me, Doc, every single time. And she had her cute little bob at the end. Like I'm here. I'm here for Tangled. Merida and them and Elsa and Anna, they can go to the hot place. I'm a stick beside my girl.
I love Merida. I thought it was such a deep lore and story over there with Merida and the little bears and the curse. It was
Eh,
so heartfelt, you know.
eh, eh.
With that being said, Mother Knows Best is gonna eat down every time. No Tangled.
Right, unanimous.
Over there with Tangled, like not to sleep on Brave or all them Frozen folks. Like Brave is truly underrated, Anakin. It is, but like I gotta go over there. Like the songs were hitting.
Mm-hmm.
They were.
Every single time.
Mandy Moore pulled up and did what she needed to do, and Flynn Van Ryder was fine. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I thought maybe somebody might go over there with Brave because when I first watched Brave, I was really surprised at the serious tempo of it and the mother daughters, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty deep. I like this," but
What?
not enough to put it over Tangled.
I keep Brave is the one that can go. If-
No, I really like Brave. If I was gonna let one go, unfortunately, it will probably be Frozen.
oh wow. Okay.
It probably will
Let it
be.
go, let it go. It says it in the movie. It's in the song Tyra, Let It Go. So Frozen could go.
Maybe I didn't know what we this was comical. This was supposed to be so ominous. They have these ambiguous land goers here because I don't know where the hell they thought they were. I was like, whose Ireland is this? Whose Scotland is this? What's happening here? This fictitious ass place. And then we lean into it. It's like, oh, is that Aubrey? I see him. He's right there. It's just like I thought I saw him. It wasn't him. Because we have Lark have a revelation towards the end of the film of the show, going, "Oh my god, this is real skin. They're skinning people alive, and they're wearing them like." I know this was put here just to show like clearly Rowan's out of her depth. You don't know how diabolical. You don't have to just worry about one person or one Ian. This entire family has been highly dedicated to the idea. That little girl had that little card of Lark looking like the second coming of Jesus. Like he's coming back. He's gonna provide. He's coming. Like this is their king. This is your king. This is your God, and you are coming in here to do what exactly? But I thought this was funny as hell and just such a waste of time. Ashley,
I'm like, are we in Silence of the Lambs? What's going on? And the fact that Lark is the only one with any damn sense by the end of this episode is very telling to me. That Mayfair blood is corrupt and dumb for the US people. US family members. I don't know what their angle is. Like you said before, Tara, in the after show, the showrunner is like, we wanted this to feel like Wicker Man, the folklore horror, whatever. It's damn near whimsical and comical at times. I don't know. It's like they don't have a clear like the tone is off for me. Like when we watch Interview with a Vampire, right? Like
Mhm.
you knew you were going to get a certain tone, and it was consistent throughout both seasons 1 and 2. Like they
Mhm.
didn't let off of it. Here we're up and down. Even the lighting was very different when we're in Scotland as opposed to that blue green lighting we've been getting, while we were in the States. And I was really trying to understand because I'm thinking we go to Scotland, it's even going to get darker, right? Because this is the old magic. This is the family that knows everything. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a fair fight at all. The skin mask sent me beyond. Um, yeah, I just don't care. I wish I cared more, Tyra, but it didn't move me because everyone's so delayed. Like y'all don't catch up on anything. And talking about she's the strongest witch of them all with no power. Like I can't do it. I can't.
This is a dark comedy, okay? Nobody can convince me otherwise. This is a dark comedy, okay? I don't care who got two things to say about it. This is a dark comedy, and whoever was writing and thought that it was anything but that, they were seriously mistaken. See,
Honestly, where did you get this picture, Tyra? Because he out here looking like Colonel Sanders in the crowd. I said, what is going on with
this
Albert?
is what he was looking like. This is a real photo.
Look, this why he looked like that. When I was watching it in movement, I was like, oh wait, is that his ghost? Like, they got me. I ain't gonna hold you. I was thinking this was the ghost of Albert in the streets. but but seeing how it's the mask and the skin mask, and it's given very much cosplay, thrown together type mask. It is what it is. I agree with Ashley with it being like the tone seems off. It does, like the showrunner mentioned that how she wanted it to be like, oh yeah, it's a shift, we're in a new place, but it doesn't add up if you're trying to make it seem like they're getting in the depths of the magic, the history, the mythical of it all. Why is it so bright and bubbly like we on USA Network? Like, what's going on? Who put this together? So yeah, this wasn't as adding up for me. Mm-mm.
If you blink, this could be a steal from Halloween Town. This could be very.
Oh, facts.
It could. This is very that. This is that. This is very that.
Uh-huh.
Calabar is right underneath that mask, and he gonna take over the whole. Like this looks very bright. Like what the heck is this? It was. I was hoping that I was like, is this gonna turn into something? Like, is it like no?
Mhm.
We made a mask to let y'all know that we mean business, and this is not the family you think it is. We got Courtland here. Courtland here, and his car motion sickness, and he immediately needs a nap by the time we get there, and he's distant, and we really don't see him unless he's interacting with old Ian here.
Mhm.
But he's letting it be known at the top of the episode, if I got to do this for JoJo, I just want my JoJo back. We got to save the girls, this, that, and the third. And as soon as we get here, he's finding, that common ground with distant brother Ian to go, we were kept separate, and well, at least you had that. I'm really curious because the only thing I got from this that would make me feel any kind of way was that Ian could have some really deep rooted resentment and try to take Cortland out because you had dad and I didn't. Or of course they could team up for old time's sake and Cortland can choose a side. But I didn't care. I'm not here to be questioning Cortland's motives that deeply. I never felt like he was a good changed man. He's been on this side for too long. Ashley?
Yeah. Like I said, I thought Ian's character was gonna have potential because I mean, when we meet him last episode, he's slicing somebody's throat, and I'm gonna be a super character. They give us a lead, but
Ashley, you turn into a robot.
Okay, I thought it was me.
Ashley turned into a whole robot. See, go ahead until Ashley comes back.
As far as this is concerned, again, I did enjoy this scene because I do like the interaction between Courtland and his brother, so we can see, okay, there is this sibling rivalry, if you will, because the father kind of pinned them against each other. I thought that was interesting. However, apparently this character Ethan is not in the books. This is all an original character, and in the book, Courtland is dead. So it's like this is all stuff that's being put together by the show. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm asking myself, if they had to change so much stuff from the source material, what was the point of remaking it?
Why make it
Like I understand they made changes in Interview with the Vampire, but I believe from what I can recall, the only changes they made was making Louis black and making him a brothel owner as opposed to like, what was he was like a plantation owner before. But they're changing so much stuff from the book again because the book is very much uneventful, quiet as it's kept. It's like, what's the point of redoing it though? If it's so much stuff you have to change, it doesn't make sense. They shouldn't have called this Mayfair Way. They should have just said this is an original piece, and we just gonna do what we want. And then maybe they would have had more free will and leeway to make it a little more interesting. But
that just begs the question, see, because I was under the impression of, because people were saying that the books weren't all that great. So I thought that they were like truly sticking to those books and that was giving into the downfall of the show. But to know that this is all y'all, really? We could write something better than this. Yeah, but Ashley, did you ever trust Courtland? What's up with these motives? What's going to happen with old Ian over here in this man?
Am I still Transformers? More than meets the eye.
No, you good. No, you
no.
I was just saying, like, I really had high hopes for Ian's character because, again, the first time we meet him, he's slicing Albert's throat. So I'm like, he's going to be ominous. He's going to be foreboding. He is going to be like our big bad, right? Like, he's going to do all of the things. And it just didn't quite land, even though we kind of see his insanity and how he kind of rules with an iron fist with his kids. It still didn't make me scared of Ian. I wanted to be afraid. I wanted Rowan to be afraid, like a normal human being. But of course, she wasn't. And as far as Courtland is concerned, he wants to be chosen so bad. He just choose me, love me, want me. Like that's what Courtland wants. So in my mind, he's still working some mission for Julian. I don't know if he's got enough gumption to want anything for himself. I know he don't give a damn about his daughter because he don't give a damn about Rowan. Like Courtland is purely self-interested and, just wants to be chosen. So I don't believe any of this. I do think he has childhood trauma as it relates to this brother. I'm sure there's way more we haven't seen. So I will say that he'll be duplicitous in this moment. He's not just going to go along with Ian, even if it presents that way. At least in my mind, if I was writing it, that's what I would do. But knowing these people in this show, in this direction, hell, they're liable to do whatever. But yeah.
And did either of you feel a way when they showed the Victrola in their house? Like, did anybody did that perk up anything for anybody? I was like, because they made sure we saw it, like it was supposed to be something to us.
It just made me think that Papa was a Rolling Stone. He leaving everybody with a kid in a Victrola. That's what he's doing.
Like, who else is going in there having a diddy bop over there with Julian?
His old boo.
Y'all, we're gonna take a little.
All the hoes that have it. How many hoes?
All the hoes. The hoes gonna love this. Thank you guys for supporting. Shout out to the 50 people currently here. We're gonna take a little moment for you guys to hit that like button, maybe subscribe if you haven't already before, and we're gonna come right back.
Talk, get quiet. When you try to cover me, I keep on flirting. And he said he wanna rest when I'm the company. Is you love it how I move you. You love it how I touch you, my one. When all is said and done, you will believe God is a woman. And I feel it after midnight. A feeling that you can't play, my one. It lingers when we're done. You believe God is the one.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dane, don't be in the chat telling those lies. Nothing that I have said in the past couple of weeks of talking about this show warranted you going to watch the full season or getting caught up. Never said that. You could blame that on somebody else. Do not put that off on me. Moving along. I'll blame Tyra. We got some Scotland situations here yet again. We have the last King of Scotland versus Train Spotting. See, if you had to pick one, which one are you picking?
I
I
never
never.
heard of Train Spotting.
Oh,
What?
girl.
What is that? That look like? Is that Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory? Who is that over there?
I think that's Ian McGowan.
Well, I'm going with The Last King of Scotland. Yeah, that's the one I've seen before. Forrest Whitaker did his thing over there, so I'm going with that one.
What about you, Ashley? These are two extremely well done, really good movies. Which one are you picking?
Yeah, we're going over there with Edie. I mean, we're going Last King of Scotland because it was unhinged, and I think this was my first time meeting James McAvoy. Was in Last King
Ooh.
of Scotland. So yeah, absolutely. We're gonna
Over
do
there having a romp with Carrie, got her chopped up. Um, Even though I love The Last King of Scotland, I'm gonna go with Train Spotting. I feel like it's phenomenal.
Okay.
It's like a phenomenal film. I love it so much, even though it's so dark and so bleak. It's just really fun and exciting in the moments that it is. And one of my favorite villains is over there. So I'm gonna go
You
with.
love me some Ewan McGregor. That's my boo from Moulin Rouge. So
He's over there. One of his early roles being just as grimy as he want to be. Check these two out if you guys haven't seen them in the chat.
oof. Lasher in this milk is killing me.
Ill. Why are you foaming at the mouth? Ill. This is. I'm like, this is why I didn't miss you. This is why you and Rowan can literally go and we can shape the show around somebody else. Like now, Lasher has an ethereal, horse riding, sensual white wife. I can't have a wife. I hurt people. I do not care. Like he's all guarded. We're still getting into him being so childlike and innocent and trying to refrain from hemorrhaging any other women and trying to find where he belongs and this, that, and the third. And he's so frightened. Where's Albright? He brought me here. Yet again, we're foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog when we see this woman on this horse looking like Meredith herself. It gave Brave. But yeah, he's supposed to be married, and this is a moment that they've been waiting on, and they need him to get with the program and realize that he is, meant to marry this wife, and this is like tradition. This is what we've been waiting for quite some time between this entire family. Meanwhile, they're trying to wrangle him in because he's trying to run away. Because I don't want to marry nobody. I don't need to be with nobody because I've hurt people. Ashley.
I could give a damn. The sons were dumb. That looks very disgusting, dripping from his mouth like bodily fluids. I did not enjoy it. I didn't enjoy them having him roped up like that, like he's this formidable thing. He has exerted no real power other than slinging dingling all across New Orleans and his demon seed unaliving the Mayfair women. Like it didn't give. He needed to be. Oh, I'm so strong. I'm gonna burst through the thing. Get to the Telltales people. I didn't care about her on her white horse with her white frock in the middle of Scotland. You know it's cold. Why are you out there naked like a milkmaiden? I hated it. I was like, what is this? Oh, Anne Rice. Jesus, I hated it.
Yeah, it's a lot to hate on. And then what is the thing about there's a woman she's your partner. Not only is she your partner and meant to be your wife, but she's like you. What does that even mean? See,
Tyra, you have a talent of finding the absolute worst pictures of these actors because what is he looking like over there? Bags under the eyes. He haven't slept in weeks.
That's what he looked like. That's what he looked like. I'm not trying to make these people attractive. That's the showrunner's job. They have not made Mr. Houston here attractive since the show began.
I thought this was a funny scene only because, yeah, why they got him chained up like that, bro? He got his behind beat in New Orleans at the bar with David and Ancient Evelyn, right? So the fact that these two young strapping men couldn't hold him back. But I digress. When it comes to the milk of it all, For one, I had to acknowledge that milk in the kink community apparently is a thing. So this seems like okay. We see him in this whole milk thing. That lines up, right? But also, I like that we can kind of make that connection as to why he was so thirsty for the milk earlier in the season. Like he wasn't looking for mother's milk, which was my assumption. He was looking for the milk of this broad, this specific, goddess here.
That what this was? See,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what his search. That was the whole obsession with the milk. He had to have her milk. That was the thing, searching for it. So I kind of like the tie in there. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, he's just not attractive for the role. I said it once. I'll say it again.
So he's Homelander. Is that what you're saying? He has a
Yes,
milk.
he's Homelanders for that specific, deity. But yeah, interesting.
I don't know.
I'll give him that.
I just was like, get him. They had the nerve to zoom in on his face. Like, so what the heck? Why would y'all do that?
Uh-huh.
Him tied around this tree like he's some beast. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, I can't wait for this to be over. I'm so tired. Oh, the voice of reason and the smecks. I'm here to be the voice of reason and get the smecks. Lark knows best, but is captivated by all things Rowan. From the moment that the car breaks down, I think before they even got in the car and they were on the ship headed over. It's just, I don't think this is a good idea. How do we know? What are we walking into? We shouldn't go in their house. We shouldn't get in this car. We shouldn't just follow this. Well, they have the upper hand, but every step of the way, he has a rebuttal, but he just keeps going because, he's at this moment Rowan's partner in crime. And then eventually he gets some and gets put to sleep. After he shook up, he's like, okay, this is really not a secure situation. Do you know somebody's in there wearing the mask of somebody's real skin? They're skinning people out here. We're not safe, Rowan. She puts it on him, gives him that, boom, doom, Santeria, that ooh wee, and he's just asleep. We forgot all of that, and we just leave him there. See, what do you think about Lark? I really, really want this nice guy. I'm hoping I know better, but I'm going along for the ride to just all be a plot, and hopefully he's related to these people in some type of way. He needs to have some stock. I don't like this.
I don't know. Lark confuses me sometimes because at the beginning of the episode, I'm like, oh yeah, he plotting because the car getting the flat was just too convenient for me. I was like, did he do this on purpose? Right. But then later, how much he wants to leave, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can't get a read on him all the way. I want to believe he's, a nice guy, given that, I like his character from Superstore. But it would be more interesting if he was a heel and kind of turned. But yeah, I know in the book, he's just like a scientist in the book. He's in the book. But as far as I've read so far, he doesn't have any kind of like relationship with Rowan. So that's kind of unique to the show. As far as I'm read through the book, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm getting a hard read. I'm on the fence between does he know what he's doing? Does he not know what he's doing? I don't know.
I hope it's all applied because if not, you guys totally wasted our time, as if you didn't already. But still, give me some. I'm leaving here with something. Ashley.
There's no way in the world that witch cougar cat is enough to make you stay in a house where they're taking people's faces. There's not enough cat in the universe for young Lark to stay in that house. It didn't make any sense. It's so unbelievable, and it plays into this reason that Rowan thinks she's invincible and that she's got all of the allure. I just want somebody to put her out and just say, you're gross. I hate your stinking guts. Like, I want nothing to do with you, because this is so unbelievable to me. He's visibly shaken. He sees that the family's unhinged. They're literally laughing about this human flesh mask. And he goes to tell her, and she says, well, come lay on the bed and let me give you a slow ride. And that's going to make everything better. And you just go for it, Lark. Come on. I thought you had sense this season. Like, I thought you had sense, Lark. It's so unbelievable. Like, I think we're moving into the realm of like incredulity or whatever. because it's not feasible, it's not plausible. Like I if they had made it where she was like the top witch in charge and she had this like glamour thing like the young teenager did last season, like where she could just, whatever meant, I'd believe that more. But baby, Rowan is her cootie cat is not giving steam heat. It is
Mhm.
not giving hot box. It is not giving this is that cat you want that you're gonna dream about. It doesn't give that. So for Lark to literally risk it all, stay in this house where he knows they're skinning people, it makes no sense to me. It's like, girl, go to.
I don't know. I just hope he's evil. That's all I want. I just need. Can we put egg on Rowan's face at some point in the show? At least that'll give her something. I just did. And then this is just really not that I wanted to see it because what was the sex scene going to be? But what is the use of this being on AMC? We don't get a lot of blood here. We don't get any sex. It's on AMC, and this is a rated R show. For who? For what? This could have been on the CW where it belongs. This is very CW,
Uh-huh.
very Pretty Little Liars, whatever that new one, Summer, Crew, all of those, Riverdale when it got back. Like this is that. Put this over there where it belongs. Get this off of AMC all over there. Too close to Interview with the Vampire. Tainting stuff. Go away from me with this. Just go away. Go away, please. Awful. Moving on, because I tried. Now, Ashley, I know you ain't seen these movies.
You know, I ain't seen that narrow one. Nope.
But if you ever wanted to get and dip a toe into some folklore horror, here are a couple to start with to get you going. Got the Wicker Man here, Midsommar, and the Witch. See, one of these has to go. Which one is it going to be?
Okay. So I've seen The Witch and I've seen Midsommar. I haven't seen The Wicker Man.
Mm-hmm.
The Witch, I very much do not enjoy that director. He directed Nosferatu, two of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my life. However, The Witch had like a very interesting twist ending, so that was good. But I did more so enjoy Midsommar, so I'm going to go with that one. So, but it's one has to go. So I'm getting one has to go. I'm going to go with The Wicker Man because I haven't seen it.
If I have to go, Midsommar is probably going to be the one to go. The Wicker Man is just really classic, and I mean the OG Wicker Man, not that atrocity with Nicolas Cage, not the Beast, not that Wicker Man, the OG Wicker Man. When we really got our first taste, for me anyway, in horror of what like a folklore, small town scenario, everybody's in on the secret and you don't know scenarios. It started with the Wicker Man. All of these movies are the Wicker Man's son. So that has to stay just on that principle. And I enjoyed The Witch. It's a slow ride. It's but Anya Taylor-Joy, she shows up and she does what needs to be done, and it was just such a different take on The Witch at that time. And there are some truly ominous moments over there to where you like, yeah, if you see a black goat, just head for the hills. Don't leave your baby in the back and fold no blankets because the baby gonna be gone. Yeah, there are moments there where Midsommar, there are plenty of things there, but I can't choose between the two, so that one would have to very much so get on out of here. But yeah, actually, if you ever go over there to a Midsommar situation, that's what they were going for in this episode. They wanted to they wanted to give off some of that, and it just wasn't. It wasn't that.
Like even some of the set pieces, they just took it right from the movie, like just snatched it up.
Now, once we have Rowan make her way towards his family, demanding, y'all need to take me to my son, let me know where he is or else, and she just gets fed up and decides to try to use her powers. Ian lets her know not only are you going to sit all the way down and stay for this wedding, but we're all connected in a bloodline sense. So if you hurt me, you're really hurting this little girl. I was like, this is so cheap. It's so cheap. Like, oh my goodness. Y'all had an opportunity here with Ian, and it's just not. Of course, Rowan looks useless and dumb like she always does, because don't come in here assuming anything. But I thought this was really cheap. I wanted them to do something else with this. So now we have an outs for like, oh, I don't want to hurt the little girl, so now I can't really do too much of anything to Ian. All right. Ashley.
Yeah. Rowan, here she goes again. I'm going to use my bio magic because that's the only magic I have. I mean, like I said, she just never thinks. And again, I'm like, you're supposed to be a neurosurgeon. You just don't think. You don't think, girl. You don't think. And you underestimate everybody who comes in contact with you because you have this like you have delusions of grandeur. That's what it is, Rowan. And she gets what she deserves. She should have unalived the baby. At least that would have made for something interesting, right? If the little girl would have been taken out, at least that would have made for, okay, Rowan's formidable. She's something, we're cooking with hot grease over here. I'm more interested in this family binding and how that works. Like, which one is going to be subject? Is it the little girl going to take the brunt of every spell that's ever cast on the family? I feel like there's interesting notes here and there, but they never pursue the thing that's interesting for me. This was so flat. This was so dull. So he tells you no, Rowan, and you decide you're going to use this bio magic we haven't seen since the first season. Like I just don't care. Too little, too late, girl. You couldn't use magic to turn on any more lights or even light a fire without Lasher. I don't care. I don't believe you're this powerful witch. I just don't. Without Lasher being up under your cootie, I don't believe you're anything, Rowan. She's not.
Well, I at least appreciated that when she's all my son and I'm not staying for a wedding and I need to save my sister. So and she's like, why are you pretending like you're just here to save some sisters? You know what you're really here for. You're here for power. You're here, to use him as a charge. Girl, sit down. I wanted this to. I really wanted her to press it. At least press it. Because even after this, you have Lark go, were you really going to hurt that little girl? And because she's going, whatever it takes to save my family, if necessary. Like, press it and see what happens. Let her get a little torch. Let her get winded and see what happens. Just see how far they're going to let it go. Are you going to because I bet you he would let this little girl die. Let it go. Like, press the button. She didn't. She just literally just dropped it. But at least try to appear to be a formidable opponent. Try to look menacing. Try to look like you know what you're doing, Rowan, and she just never does. See, what did you think about this scene?
I'm glad y'all said it because I thought I was going to have to be the villain and tell her, like, look, just the girl got to die. Like, it is what it is. It's my family versus your family. It's going to be your family every time. It is what it is. I don't know why she stopped so quickly because I would have just been like, look. And he tried to flip it on her, saying, "Oh, you're going to let my daughter die." And I'm like, "Are you going to let your daughter die? It's in your hands, sir. Take me to get this blood or what?" That part I just couldn't get with it because I for sure would have kept going with the magic. That little girl be damned, okay? Oh man, that part made me so mad. But I did like you said that he called her out. And I liked Ethan in scene too, because at least he's standing up to Rowan. A lot of people aren't, right? A lot of people aren't. So at least he's giving her some kind of, some kind of pushback. So there's that. Yeah, girl definitely would have been dead if I was Rowan. That's for sure. Sorry.
The fact she thought she came in here with like a weapon. Yeah, I've been in the Victrola talking to Julian. Yeah, didn't know. Yeah, I talked to Julian. Mm-hmm. I hate every second of screen time Rowan has.
Did y'all notice they changed the graphics for her doing the aneurysm thing? Like in season 1, they used to show inside the mind and the blood being cut off. And I guess that's how they stretched the budget. They used to give you a little flash of lights now when she's using her power.
That wasn't even just please. Somebody spent money to make that rubber mask of Albright. We get here to the end pretty much. I just really didn't care. We have her like, okay, y'all not gonna let me kill you, put the paws on you. I can't do that because I'm gonna hurt the baby. Let me find and single out one random family member. Because he must, want to fall into place because he's a black sheep, as if that made any sense. And see if he's gonna give me some information. Mind you, this family has been rocking for how many years in this place, plotting, waiting on this moment for so long, and you think they're going to come along and let you ruin it. And you, Rowan, along with the help of your little lackey Lark, thought that you were going to single out, you know what, let me use my radar, that one right there. He has to want to help us. All I got to do is, talk to him nice, promise him a little cash, and he's gonna tell me where I can either find Mara or at least get me closer to Lasher. And she ends up getting locked in a tunnel, and that's kind of where we end the episode. We do not care. Ashley.
I don't. I could care. I could care less. She thought she rode in that car with that man, listened to his brotherhood mix. Y'all know. And thought that this was going to be, oh yeah, he's the black sheep of the family. Oh, so you're going to go to college? Is that what you're preparing for? No, I'm not going to college. Like over there drinking by, oh, he's my test subject. Girl, you think as an outsider. I mean, in any movie, in any world, you're going to come in as an outsider, and within 15 minutes of speaking to somebody, they're going to give you the family secret. I'm going to tell you, you know what, Rowan, you're right. You're so damn fine. I want to make you mine. I want to eat you up. I'm gonna take you down through there. Girl, you deserve it. You deserve whatever you get in them tunnels. I hope they strap you to one of those ancient torture devices, and I hope you're finally humbled, ma'am. I do, because it's ridiculous and it's dumb. Because not only is it just piss poor storyboarding and like it's awful, but on top of that, it's like they think the audience is dense apparently, like, because even without reading the book, I know what a good story is. Like, I know, how a good yarn is knitted together, and this is just trash. It's terrible. I don't care.
I mean, I will say the moment that Lasher ran off saying that he couldn't marry anybody, he did appear to be in a tunnel, so maybe this is a way for the two to meet down there. Who knows? See, was this a smart decision? Did she do the best that she could to gather information to only end up locked away in a damn tunnel?
Rowan is a liar. That's what I don't like about her, because when she said, "Oh, I'm the black sheep of my family too," as if she just didn't get there like a month and a half ago. Like, what black sheep? You were, pampered by your mother who raised you. They seem to have a very close relationship. So what black sheep? What black sheep are we talking about, Rowan? You're barely even there. I don't like that she tried to bribe him with some money, because who knows if she even got access to that money for real. Who really got the funds? But maybe she does, because she ain't at work ever. So
she said, "We're the rich side of the Mayfair
right
worlds. We got money."
With that house falling apart. Meanwhile, they in the castle, and you want to talk about who really got the money, Rowan? Because y'all house is broke down and stressed and depressed over there. But yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't think it made sense. But they trying to do something. They gotta do something to push the plot along. So I guess I also didn't like how she just instantly knew what tunnel and where to find it.
He said, "That's all I can tell you. I can't tell you anything else. So let me go find the tunnel."
Instantly, not even really looking that hard.
It's a whole hot mess. Before we get into predictions for the next episode, of course, you guys know, especially if you are members, we get into our Saturday night watch-alongs every single Saturday for our members. This week is Ashley's turn, and this is the film that she picked. Mind you, it's Black History Month. We will be right back.
Recognize symmetry. Go up, try to injure me. Broke them down chemically. Ain't the number to MC. Talk about hopping I be. Started like Kennedy. Late like a 10 to 3. When I say when I be, girl, save and I keep. Cause this is in the way out like Tennessee. Take me to waste gold the BK without pause or delay. Get run like pin relay. Don't deal with he see, she say. Ain't working for no cheap pay. The most that beat play. This is what the streets say. Hey, Mr. DJ, play that devil again. That jam got me open. Decide to break it broken. From front, side to side, middle to back. Never the whack. I come from Esta, black. From Louis Savvy, to be exact.
As you guys can see, Ashley chose American Fiction. We will be watching this the up and coming Saturday. So if you want to be a part of that, be sure to join the membership and get into the Discord and support us. Now, ending this off, I literally have nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing. Like, we briefly have Ian mention Taltos here. Oh, dang, with this super chat. Let me get it. Before he said I missed him. I got it, Dane. Thank you so much, Dane, for the $2. He said, you should check out Salem. It's a better witch show. Yeah, there are tons. It is. There are tons of witch shows that are better than this one, and it's really not even that hard to be. Like, Lord, just in that supernatural realm of shows. Hype Green said that house falling apart because Lasher is gone. Yeah,
So
all of that. We ain't even touched on any of that stuff. They don't give us any of that. But I think we're gonna be getting into Taltos, and she's like, I know a little bit. I was like, Rowan, you don't know anything about anything. Why are you lying? You always lying, girl. Somebody needs to get married, get together, and get impregnated so we can get a baby going. I think they're going to be gearing up for it to be this ethereal woman in white with her mother's milk, but it's not. I think he gonna giddy up over there with old Rowan again, and that's gonna be the impregnated one. That's all I got. Ashley, predictions.
I hope it's over soon. I think he's gonna go back to New Orleans just to go to Scotland, and of course try to save the day. That's what I think as far as Sip is concerned. He won't stay in New Orleans. His life revolves around these Mayfairs for whatever reason. So I think there will be something going on with that, because where are the Mayfairs? Rowan's gone. Where did she go? I must spirit away and go and find her. Rowan, like I said, I strap her to the rack. That would be exciting. A little bit of torture. I'd be here for that. What I don't want to see is her and Lasher smashing. I don't want to see that, because let's be very clear. Milkmaid was out there barefoot in the cold with her look, but I mean, not for nothing. She's beating out Rowan for me, and she's not his mother. So I think Lasher should go over there. If it comes to a showdown between the two, you go over there with Blondie in the woods and accomplish your mission. Because Rowan, I'm just over her.
I mean, yeah, that would be nice, but I think the end game is bringing forth a baby. We got to keep him connected, because I think he's gonna see her go, oh, mom, sister, daddy, cousin, aunt, granny, girlfriend, Rowan. With them being all things to each other, I don't put it past them to at some point get intimate. I don't know. See.
Okay, a couple of things. In the book, right, when it comes to the house falling apart, Mona made several mentions about how the house had always been in shambles, right? And they have issues. They have money, but they always have issues accessing the money due to like red tape and trying to remain secretive. So in the show, it's because Lasher is absent, but in the book, it seems as if it's because they just don't want to repair it for whatever reason. It's a mess. When it comes to predictions of the show, this is what I think, right? Because based off of season 1, when we saw when Lasher was still a spirit, right? And he did get these witches pregnant, he always had to have a corporeal form and by proxy. There was always, the Cipriens who slept with Rowan first, the Courtlands who slept with their mother first. So I think that this goddess, if you will, on the cow, I think that they're going to have to use Rowan's body in order to get, that goddess pregnant. So that's how we're going to get, the incestuous situation between Lasher and Rowan in this season. I get that vibe here. So that's what I think is going to happen. I also think that Myra, wherever she is, right, I feel like she's going to try to reach out to Cyprien, not to Rowan. She's in the tunnel. She can't get Rowan. Well, she don't know Lark number like that. That's Rowan's man. She only knows Ciprien's number, so she's gonna call Ciprien, and he gonna cart his little, behind over there to save Myra like he want to do. And those are my predictions for the show.
Child, she was supposed to be over there with Sip, and I thought, child, ain't nothing went the way that I thought it was. Hype Green, ain't nobody reading them books.
So the milk maiden, she's not in human form. When they said she's like you, I thought that her spirit was born in flesh just like his. Is that not the case?
I'm assuming maybe she doesn't have he got a body because of Rowan, right? Maybe she didn't have anyone yet to give her a body. So she could potentially be still a spirit.
So
But I
she,
know in the book there is that name mentioned earlier in Lasher, but it was like early in like chapter 1, and she hasn't been mentioned since. So
mm.
I
Well,
don't
that
know.
would be interesting. Still ancestral. Okay, but all right. If that's how y'all want to make it, but that would just leave Rowan being dumb again, being rope a dope to even end up in that situation.
Mhm.
Before we let you guys know what we have coming up, where you can go and support us, we got a fresh calendar on the docket. We got new stuff coming up. Be sure to support us. Starting with tomorrow. Uh, it's gonna be an interesting week. That's all I'll say. Pay attention to the calendar and be sure to support us throughout this entire week. We'll be right back, y'all.
No hold 'em. Lay your cards down, 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 down. So pack your legs and throw your keys up. Go round, 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 round. And I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a bitch, come take it to the floor now. Woo. One step to the right, we headed to the dive bar. We always go with nice. Ooh, run me to the left and spin me in the middle, boy. I can't read your mind. They Texas, ain't no hope.
All right. Thank you, Hype Green. We do what we can. They don't make it. They don't make it. They don't make it. Make it too hard here. We trying to work with what these people give us. Like after this show, which is sad because the books could be hitting on something. This makes me gives me no enthusiasm to just venture into the land of the Mayfairs, or it's really tainting the Talamasca also. I'm just really
Right.
not. I'm just biding time until we get back to them precious vampires at this point. But see, I'm gonna come to you first. Let the people know what you have going on over there.
All right. So, as always, I do Mayfair watch alongs every Monday. So, you check on my channel now, you'll see episode 6. I'm also, tomorrow, I'll be talking about Captain America Brave New World over on Slice of Horror on her channel. So, check me out tomorrow on there. I'm also talking about Invincible. So, if you enjoy a little bit of, comic book, action, I do an after show for Invincible with my friends. And I recently just dropped a Nosferatu horror Valentine's flick discussion on my channel as well. So check out that on See the Superior or See the Superior on all platforms. And yeah, join me soon. Oh, and also on books, Gers and Purrs, I'll be discussing another book. It's called The Kindred, something Kindred, and that's going to be this Sunday.
Oh, I was gonna say y'all reading Kendrick for real. Ashley, what tell the folks what we got coming up, because it's a lot.
Tomorrow night, you guys, of course, we'll be hosting the Married at First Sight watch along like we do every Tuesday night. But after that, Night of Horror, Nikki will be hosting Lovecraft Country watch along because we are doing a retrospective this week where we will be diving into all things Lovecraft Country, weekly episodic reviews. I'm super excited for that. This Black History segment this week is going to be Daughters of the Dust. We'll be doing a watch along for that. And Friday, we are doing another retro watch, and that's going to be Flavor Flav Season 1, Episodes 1 and 2. And I could not be more elated. And then, of course, I'll be hosting Severance on Saturday and having our members-only Blockbuster movie night where we'll be watching American Fiction. And this will be my first time watching American Fiction, so I'm super excited about that. Please make sure you're subscribed to everyone on the panel and make sure the notification bell is on because I will be dropping 3 or 4 uploads this week. So just be ready.
She be working, y'all. She really do. Yes, we are Hype Green. We waiting on Akasha. The Black Akasha, absolutely. But that's it, for Mayfair. Thank you guys for supporting and rocking with us on this tragic Mayfair Monday. We most definitely appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for both of those watch lunch. I got double features. Have some popcorn and a couple of snacks. We're going to be there a little bit, but we're going to have a good time while we're there. We see you guys tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that because we'll be working. Y'all have a good night.
And I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm black. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black,